Featuring D'Addario's proprietary NY steel wire and our impossibly thin protective coating, XS Electric lets you bend further and play longer with a sound that stays timeless.
The jumping off point will actually be the two things I think that make your playing and your style unique is the fingerstyle approach,
cool.
which is and flat wound strings, which you and along one of my other favorite guitar players, Mark Spear from Crinpin, goes
cool.
flat wounds.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So that brings a whole different aura and sound to the setup of rock.
It does, for sure.
So talk to me about how that started, because I know you didn't really, you played with a pick from other interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
But now you're exclusive to fingerstyle?
Yeah, it just seems silly to play with a pick. I just don't get it. Because you could pretty much do everything that it would be like playing, it's like, you're like playing piano with your fist.
Now, when did you have that aha moment? Like, were there, the things kind of click?
I think it was always, rock is was appealing to me because I'm lazy and I'm stupid. And so, rock is awesome for that because you could sort of you could sound pretty decent pretty quickly by, doing standard rock shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then, just picking the thing. But then I always, had this awareness. And then, I don't know, and then actually Charo was the first guitar player who utterly blew my mind. And Charo,
yeah.
Because she's like one of the greatest guitar players in the world. And I happened to see her actually playing when I was a little kid. I remember being like, okay, so there's real guitar,
and then there's
rock guitar, and I'm all for like stupid stuff. So that's why I like rock. But then, like if you get into music, you kind of want to hear a different sound.
It's like a bigger vocabulary that you have.
It's 5 times as big, at least. You know what I mean? Like because you're using
5
or it's potentially 5 times.
Yeah, with 5 picks.
And so. It was just like a whole bunch of reasons, really. But who else? Seeing R.L. Burnside play, it's like, you see these guys. It's like, well, all the guys who sounded better weren't using picks.
Those hill country dudes were.
Yeah, and I got to see him play, and I would be like, well, how can he? Why is there so much incredible sound going on, and he's not doing it? It doesn't seem like they were doing anything, and I got sort of obsessed with trying to figure that out. And then I just then I went to a bluegrass festival, and a friend of mine had figured out some finger picking stuff, and then he showed me a pattern, and it just kind of occurred to me. I was like, well, why don't I just actually do the unsexy work of learning how to do it? Because that's the other thing, is because you're so used to shining your rock horn, so to speak, that you kind of like you just kind of. I don't know, like.
It's probably a humbling experience.
It's really humbling. That's what I mean. So you're so used to like sounding good
because you've established yourself as a player.
Yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden you're like trying to figure out something really basic, and it's totally humiliating. And I think that's where people jump off because they're like, well, I play guitar to feel good, like I didn't play guitar to feel like. Not
a piece of shit, yeah.
Yeah, or just like incompetent.
Yeah.
And but then you kind of learn that vulnerability is a strength, and it's just like practicing a certain kind of thing that is. It's like having to learn how to ride a bike.
Do you recall that first pattern that your friend showed you?
Yeah. It's awesome. My friend Sam Dillon showed me. How does that? Get rid of this phaser. I use a phaser because it upsets people. It took like a month of saying fuck. And then the other one that was, I don't know how I learned this. This one's still hard to play. So. That's pretty much everything that I do is based off of
that.
kind of that kind of stuff. So,
Do you ever find like like when you're trying to convey something that's in your head, the idea of a sound, you miss like the attack of a pick?
No, because you could get it.
You can get
yeah. I mean, it's like,
there you go.
You know, and like kind of. I'm sometimes, and I should do like more stuff with the thumb pick, like Emmett, who I'm on tour with, and who's
we'll speak to in a little bit.
Yeah, and Emmett Kelly, who's like I guess my favorite guitar player. Like he can do it with the thumb pick. You can get into that with him. But yeah, it's fun. I'm trying to figure out how to do this shit. But it sounds kind of cool for it.
The scratchiness of the attack is almost it's appealing, yeah. It adds like tone to it.
Yeah, I don't know.